Good evening, Sava here from Sava Talks Football. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Newcastle United 2. Another shambles as far as I'm concerned. Everyone knows I won't mix my words. There will be plenty of you out there that will want to defend what you've just seen, the same way they tried to defend it after Man United, the same way they tried to defend it after Arsenal, after Chelsea, after Sporting Lisbon. I don't know what we do. Another game where what's our plan? What's our tactic? Let's start there. Yeah, we had a few chances in the first half. We seem to just want that quick ball through the middle or over the top. That's our tactic. That's what we've got. Again, just not composed on the ball. We don't seem to be able to keep possession for long, sustained periods of time. If we do, it's just around at the back, going side to side. Where to begin? Look, at the end of the day, the fans that don't want to believe the truth will blame the referee. I don't think the referee got any of the goals wrong. I thought he got it spot on. I thought Lloris had an absolute howler. So for everything he did good on Wednesday night, he's just completely undone it with some awful goalkeeping today. Where to start? The back three are a shambles. The back three was an absolute shambles. Now, I could say it was because Romero wasn't there, but Romero's not even been playing well this season. Sanchez is just shocking. Eric Dyer is... How many years do we need to see this before some of you will stop pretending that he's kind of been revolutionised under Antonio Conte? He's not good. He turns his back, his passing, his mistakes, his ball watching, just shocking. And Longley just looked well off the pace. He got turned inside out. I just don't know where we go from here with a back three. And apparently some of you were saying we didn't need, bless me, some of you were saying we didn't need a centre-half in the summer. And it was okay, we're going to wait until next year. The wing-backs have to be two of the worst full-back stroke wing-backs in the country, in the Premier League. Just absolutely shocking. The number of times they get that ball, under-hit crosses, over-hit crosses, cut inside, 5-yard pass to be safe. And the midfield, I thought Skip was poor. I've never been a big fan of Skip. I think he's okay. He's another one of these, for the last 10 years, another one of these young midfielders we bring through the academy that goes sideways and backwards. No flair, no creativity, not particularly good on the ball, but works hard. So we love it. They're one of our own. Basuma, I'm baffled. I'm absolutely baffled. We all watched him play for Brighton year in, year out, and he was excellent. He would drive forward. He was all over the park. His passing was crisp. Now we seem to be sitting him really deep. He's not driving forward. His passing's not good. And Bentancur, I thought, done some nice things at times today, but often a nice thing that ended with a poor thing, i.e. there was a moment where he dribbled through a few players and you're thinking, release it, held on, got tackled. And you're like, I just don't know. Kane and Son, Son started the game well, had a lot of chances, should have scored one, maybe two. Can't finish his dinner at the moment, can he? And Kane, again, he got the goal, but other than that, he's anonymous. Where's the Kane from last season? Not that I agree with this, but the Kane that was dropping deep, getting on the ball, creating, a couple of good passes from deep in the first half, but I just don't know what's happened. How have we gone from a team at the back end of last year that, whilst we weren't brilliant to watch, we put on some decent football at times, to this? Now, what people will tell me is, yeah, but you're third, Sava. Be grateful you're third. I'll tell you the same thing I've said all season. I don't put a lot of stock in league positions this early in the season. There's lots of clubs that are right up our backside now after 2 defeats in a row. So all that good work, and bearing in mind that good work was beating all the poor teams. We have not beaten a good team this year. The best team we've beaten is Brighton. Actually, if we look at league table-wise, the best team that we've beaten is Fulham, who just got promoted. And again, listen, let me give credit to Newcastle. I thought Newcastle were excellent today. But what I did like about Newcastle, I really enjoyed this about them, is they came and they tried to play on the front foot. They got the ball in midfield. They got it down. They swept it from right to left. They attacked us. We don't do that under Conte. Now, people will tell me that this isn't what Conte ball is, that Conte likes to sit in and we're tough to beat and we counter-attack. But, guys, this is not good. I'm sorry. People can tell me all they want that this is a world-class manager. I am bored to tears. I'm so sorry. It's not about today's game. I've said it all year. We're so boring. Again, you need a goal. 10 minutes to go, you need a goal. And you're thinking, okay, it's not great, but your only attacking player left is Brian Hill. I'm not saying he's amazing, but look what he did at Frankfurt when he came on. A couple of direct runs at them, won a penalty. What did Conte do? 2 fullbacks went on. Davis or centre-back stroke fullback, Davis and Doherty. You're thinking, what is this? What are these substitutions? But listen, again, I'm not saying he's got loads to do stuff with, but surely you make sure you've got all your attacking talent on the pitch. Surely. All in all, just a bit disappointing. And look, let's be honest. If I can almost take, I can't, but you can almost take it if Man United do it. You know, Man United have still got some very good players in there. But Newcastle, for me, yeah, they've got some good players in their team, but there's still a lot of average in there. Dan Burn, yeah, Fabian Schär, Willock, Jolinton, Almiron. These are decent players, but these are players that had them bottom of the table last year without a win in about 13 games. And now all of a sudden they're coming to Spurs with all this confidence and playing this lovely, nice football. And you're thinking, why can't we do that? So when all these fans, I know the first thing people will do is say, it's the players, Sava, it's the players. And I've just had this debate with Danny the Bun. Yes, I'm not saying our players are amazing, but at what point is any of this football going to be put on Antonio Conte? Why is it when we do well, like at the end of last season, Conte's a legend, Conte's brilliant, look how good he is as a manager. When the football is like this and we lose games, it's never his fault. For me, I'm looking at the 50-50 blame. I think there's a lot of these players that needed to go. Hence why I said it wasn't a very good transfer window. When people were creaming themselves saying it was an 8, a 9, a 10. So we've still got loads of deadwood. We've still got loads of deadwood that's even on loan coming back. We didn't bring in what we needed. We didn't bring in nearly enough attacking quality. We didn't bring in anything at the back. We didn't bring in wing backs. As Kuva keeps telling me, if you want to play wing backs, go and buy top wing backs. We should have bought 3 or 4 in the window. And I was also speaking to Graham, who some of you know comes on my show. And, you know, this is a guy who's a well-renowned coach within the FA, worked for the FA, worked for Premiership clubs, coached development centres and academies. And he keeps saying to me, and I can't disagree with him, why does Conte persist with this 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 when the main component of this is our weakest part in the club? And what I mean by that is the main components of a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 is your wing backs and your centre halves. So why do we persist in playing it when our wing backs are awful and our centre backs are poor? I'm not saying there's going to be major surgery anytime soon. I'm not saying that there's lots that can be done. But no one's going to tell me this is the best football these players are capable of. I'm sorry. As I said, that Newcastle team today, 6 or 7 average players, but they got it down. They played. And Howe has been there 1 year. Howe has been there 1 year. And they're playing some lovely football. And don't give me the whole, well, look, they're owners, they're billionaires. The players they played today, they weren't extravagant signings. Who had they bought? Botman wasn't extravagant. Trippier wasn't extravagant. Dan Burn wasn't extravagant. Pope wasn't he a free? Maybe 5 million, something like that. Guimaraes, what was he? 40, 45 million, whatever that was. Again, scouting. Did Conte get the players he wants? I'm really baffled as to what's gone on. We've gone from a fan base telling me that these were the players Conte wanted and he's been backed, to now the football's absolutely god-awful to watch. It's not Conte. It's the players. They're dreadful. He didn't want these players. And I just need somebody to make me understand which one is it. Is it both? Is it one? Is it either or? All I know is this: two things can be true at once. So whilst I don't think we've got the best players in the world, I also put a lot of this on Antonio Conte because he's got one style of play and you need certain players for that. He's not got that, so why keep playing it? At the end of the day, I don't know where I am with this club anymore. It's another false dawn, another, oh, we've got Conte and everything's going to be all right. The football is as bad as it's been for years. And all I would say is this: all these people defending him, all of these people saying that it's just the players' fault. Where were those people when Jose Mourinho was here and he had a worse squad than this? Because all of those people were crying out for Jose Mourinho to be sacked. I remember scoring a ton of goals under Jose Mourinho. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I want Jose back. I just know that Conte is not a manager for me. It is soul-destroying. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed watching us play. So, yes, people will say we're third. For me, that doesn't mean anything at this stage of the season. I haven't seen us beat a decent team yet. And we'll see. All in all, disappointed. Props to Newcastle. They came, they played. You could see what they were trying to do. And another game where I thought we lacked urgency and energy and pressing. And again, Newcastle were at it from the start, the same way Man United were. It's becoming a theme. So all in all, I'm really disappointed. Said before the game, there can't be excuses for not beating Newcastle at home. There can't be. But fans will find them. So all in all, where do we go from here? What do we do now? We know he's not going to be backed in any window. So what do we do? I'll leave that thought with you lot. I just know that I just can't keep watching Emerson Royal and Ryan Sessegnon. Davinson Sanchez is still at this club. He's an abysmal. Eric Dyer is shocking. Just the whole thing. Yeah, I'll leave it there. It is what it is. I'm not even angry anymore. It's just kind of what it is. This is what Tottenham do. I can't stand the owners, but I also can't stand this brand of football from Conte. And the manager sets his style of football. The same way Howe's gone to Newcastle and in 1 year has got them from bottom of the table with no wins in like their first 13 to where they are now. Good management, that. So at the end of the day, another defeat for Spurs. A week where we had to capitalise on United and Chelsea drawing, on Liverpool losing, on Man City winning, and we didn't, did we? We didn't capitalise at all. So it is what it is. Hope you're all well. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evenings. I look forward to your comments. As always, Levy and Enoch, get out. And Conte, mate, you've got to start doing something to impress because lots of fans now are starting to be disillusioned. Take care. Good evening.